Hey there everyone, how are you all doing? I'm Ken here, hosting for this review video on the OPPO Reno7. Okay, so this device I have tested out for a couple of weeks time period, and I really have to agree that this device is really amazing in its portrait shots and also selfie photos. Okay, so let's learn more about this device, shall we? Let's kick off things with the design and specification for this OPPO Reno7 5G in Malaysia. Let's start off with the specification first. So this device is actually powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 900 octa-core processor, and it has 5G on this chipset. Yeah, so you can start using 5G services on this phone in Malaysia. And it also paired along with 8GB of RAM with 256GB internal storage. Yep. So the RAM here, it supports RAM expansion feature as well. So as you can see, you can expand by 2GB, 3GB, up to 5GB over here. As for the design of this phone, yeah, it's actually really slim and compact. OPPO claimed this device has a thickness of 7.81mm, and the weight of this device is about 173 grams. So I do have to agree that this device is really slim and compact, fits into your hand easily, as well as your pockets too. And on the back of this device, yeah, it sports the OPPO Glow, and this device sports the starry black color. There's another color option which is called Star Trails Blue. And as for the remaining of the phone design, yeah, on the left of the chassis, you can see the rocker, volume rocker is over here, the SIM card slot tray here, power button with a green line. So at the top you only get a microphone, and at the bottom you get the 3.5mm headphone jack, microphone, USB Type-C charging port, a speaker grill for its mono speaker. So the speaker grill here, it has a slanted design, looks different from the competitors, which is I kind of like it. And for the camera bump here, so it looks really amazing. Okay, very minimalistic, highlighting its main camera. Now for the performance on this OPPO Reno7 5G, the Dimensity 900 chipset is a mid-range chip. However, do not look down onto it. It is powerful enough for your daily tasks, and the 8GB of RAM here is actually providing you a smooth experience. And if you even need a smoother experience, there's RAM expansion here, whereby you can add up to 5 gigs of RAM here. And if you love gaming on this device, you will be happy to know that there's a multi-cooling system here, which helps the performance when you are gaming. And I have to say, the gaming experience here is really good. I have tried out titles like the Asphalt 9, COD Mobile, and Genshin Impact. It performs perfectly. Perhaps for Genshin Impact, a demanding game title, you need to adjust the game settings if you want to achieve the smoothest frame rate. Last but not least, this device is actually running the Color OS 12. Now let's head to the camera department. Let's introduce the cameras first. So the OPPO Reno7 5G, on the back, it sports a triple camera setup, a 64 megapixel main camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, and a 2 megapixel macro camera. And as for the selfie, it sports a 32 megapixel selfie camera, which looks amazing. Look at that. Alright, so let's start off with the photography first. The 64 megapixel main camera definitely is the best performer here, whether in good lighting conditions or low light conditions. Every shot capture is beautifully detailed. You can't demand much for the main camera here. And as for the ultra wide camera here, it's kind of mixed bag. It takes exceptionally good photos in broad daylight, but in low light situation, yeah, you start to notice there's a lot of noise, and even you using night mode, you do notice there are noise as well. And as for the 2 megapixel macro camera, you really need to have good lighting condition to capture fantastic photo. As for the 32 megapixel selfie camera, the photos taken are quite good. Yeah, even in low light conditions, the photos turn out quite pretty good, and it looks bright as well. Jumping over to the video recording capabilities of the OPPO Reno7 5G, this device can shoot up to 4K 30 frames per second, but that is only for the main camera. For the ultra wide and the selfie camera, they can only shoot up to 1080p 30 frames per second. The micro camera, you can't do any videos with that. With that said, there's also ultra steady video mode, whereby when you activate it, it will capture 1080p 60 frames per second video. Selfie camera also has the ultra steady video, but that will only limits to 1080p 30 frames per second. So this device also has AI highlight video as well. So when you activate it on, it will goes to 1080p 30 frames per second. However, it does help to boost up the brightness of the video, and during broad daylight you do notice that it makes even the video much more saturated. Because this device is being claimed as the portrait expert by OPPO's marketing, we have to find it out. And I will have to say, yes, it's kind of good, and at times it could fight with some of the flagship smartphone available right now for you to buy, especially the selfie portrait photos. They turn out really amazing, and even in low light condition it looks amazing, especially the selfie portrait shots. And the front and the rear camera can adjust its bokeh effect from f0.95 all the way to f16. So you have to adjust it, and I don't highly recommend you to just go to f0.95 because at times it looks kind of bit artificial. So if you want a little bit more natural looking, I say f2.8 to f4 will be sufficient to provide you a natural bokeh effect on this device. Not only that, the OPPO Reno7 5G also can take bokeh video. So in order to activate it, go to video and click this button. Yeah, it will change to bokeh video mode. But in this video mode, you are only limited to 720p resolution format. Last but not least, for the camera features on this OPPO Reno7 5G, you have expert mode, extra HD, panorama, slow-mo, time-lapse, dual view video, sticker, text scanner, and loop templates. For the display and the audio department on this OPPO Reno7 5G, it is adequate for your daily entertainment usage. So let's learn more about it, starting with the display. As per mentioned, it has 6.4 inches AMOLED display here, and it supports 90Hz refresh rate and up to 180Hz touch sampling rate. Perfect for those who want that fast scrolling feel, and mobile gamers as well. So on the screen refresh rate, you can actually adjust back to 60Hz to save your battery consumption. And for the brightness on this display, I would say it's quite adequate enough for indoor and outdoor. And for the audio department here, there's only one bottom firing speaker here, which sounds quite loud, and the bass is quite adequate. So let's look at a sample clip.
Illegal. Now it is King Switch, leader versus leader here as Eric Young takes on the Switchblade Jay White. Such contrasting styles between White and Young. Cannot wait to see them go one-on-one for the first time ever. Whose leader really runs things in professional?
As for the battery department on this OPPO Reno7 5G, it is rocking a 4500 milliamp battery on here, and it supports 65-watt super whoop charge technology. Alright, and it comes with the charger as well in the box when you purchase it, along with its proprietary cable as well. So don't worry about the charging times on this device. It's really quick. And for the battery life here, I would definitely say it really depends on your usage, but it definitely can last you through the end of the day. Now let's wrap things up with this OPPO Reno7 5G. So as of shooting this video right now, I do not have the official pricing, but I will put them in the description and the comments once it has officially launched in Malaysia on the 22nd February. To be honest, the OPPO Reno7 has a lot of good things that help triumph over its shortcomings. You have a good mid-range specification on this device here. You have the amazing OPPO Glow back cover here, which is fingerprint smudge free, and also you have a 65-watt charger plug provided in the box, a good software experience by the ColorOS 12. Last but not least, the AMOLED display here supports 90Hz refresh rate. I think you can't demand too much. So for this device, what should I be saying more? Should it be shortlisted, highly recommended, or forget it? I would say I would shortlist it if you're looking for the latest 2022 mid-range smartphone today. Go and shortlist it, go and check it out. Head over to OPPO retail store if you need more convincing on this device. You need to test it out, experience it, and I will guarantee you it will suit your needs if you are looking for a mid-range smartphone. And this review unit is provided by OPPO Malaysia, so special shout out thanks to them. However, this is not a paid content. There's no editorial input, no final approval is needed on this video or other contents. So hopefully you guys aware about this. Hope to see you guys on the next content, and if you're still new to the YouTube channel, please go ahead, subscribe, follow us on social media, and I'll see you guys on the next one.